Now imagine the challenge of sailing across the Atlantic. Now imagine doing it and being paralysed from the chest downwards. That's the goal of quadriplegic yachtsman Geoff Holt, who's hoping to become the first disabled sailor to cross that ocean.
The yachtsman was paralysed from the neck down in an accident and only has limited use of his hands.
Geoff Holt's original plan was ambitious but straightforward. Sail unassisted across the Atlantic from the Canaries to the Caribbean, becoming the first disabled person to do so.
Geoff Holt's transatlantic voyage, 3,000 nautical miles back to the Caribbean beach where he broke his neck diving into the sea as a teenager, was a bold story that grabbed the headlines. He set sail from Lanzarote on December 10th with cameraman Digby and carer Susanna Scott on board to look after his needs, but not to sail.
All of a sudden it's become real. Bang! It's a bit of a crash, really.
The 60-foot catamaran Impossible Dream was designed for disabled use with powered winches and push-button technology, but it was a daring project which soon took its toll on sailing novice Susanna.
The seasickness tablets haven't helped. All they've done is make me coma.
Problems with dirty fuel, which powered the winches and autopilot, forced the crew to divert to the Cape Verde Islands 800 miles south. The engines and tanks were cleaned, and Impossible Dream was soon out into the vast and glorious expanse of the Atlantic Ocean.
We left the Cape Verde Islands a week ago today. We are now day 19. We're just about halfway. There's about another 100 miles to go until we're halfway. This is it. This is the culmination of years of dreaming, and here I am back on the ocean, back as exactly as I imagined it. This deep, deep blue sea, these big rolling waves. This is where I love to be. I feel at home out here.
While Geoff looked after the boat, trimming sails and setting the course, Susanna looked after Geoff, washing, cleaning, and the routine of lifting him in and out of his wheelchair, tricky enough even on land.
The movement is just, it adds a whole new dimension, and we can't do anything to make it more stable. I'm really, really struggling. He's doing his best not to get me to do as many lifts as possible, but it's hard, it's really hard.
Christmas was at sea, away from family, but Susanna made the boat as decorative as possible. They opened presents on the aft deck, and even 1,000 miles from land, you just can't escape some old favourites.
Skipper socks.
Hey Skipper, I've got my own box.
As the miles passed and they experienced sights that you only see in this raw and beautiful maritime wilderness, Geoff was philosophical about the approaching landfall.
If anything, it's a celebration arriving back on that beach, because had I not had the accident, I wouldn't have met my wife Elaine, we wouldn't have had our son Timothy. So I'm not looking back at all, I'm looking to the future. It's a day of celebration and I wouldn't change a thing.
After 4 weeks and over 3,500 nautical miles, Impossible Dream made it to the British Virgin Islands, and specifically Cane Garden Bay, that most significant beach in Geoff Holt's life. It was a moment of elation.
Well, it means a lot, really. I mean, it's a celebration of life and sailing the Atlantic Ocean, and what a great finish to a great project.
The Virgin Islanders made Geoff welcome, and he now continues to use his groundbreaking adventures to inspire others in his public speaking. Geoff Holt lives by example, and his philosophy is simple. Life can be tough on all of us, but that's no reason not to make the best of it.
was a completely different thing. What do you think about Geoff's latest challenge?
Very brave, because I honestly do think after your previous experiences you'd have thought that you might have given that up and said that was enough.